hopefully things are going well for you guys. And when I say that, I actually really mean it, okay? I hope things are going well for you guys. Because 2024 is one hell of a ride. In a not so pleasant way. I knew that we were not going to be able to get a break. I knew 2024 was going to be a bad year. I even set my expectations low for 2024, but oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Now, here's what's going on. During the work... Okay, hold on. Let me reword this, because I'm just shocked about how, yeah, this is just, during going on about my days, when it's me making my videos, when it's me working on content, when it's me figuring out my setups, when it's me going on about my everyday life, etc., okay, there is time where the lounge ends up getting made aware of the events that have been going on throughout 2024. And man, I thought, now I ended up thinking that 2024 was going to be a very bad year. We're not going to get a break. It's going to be a bad year, just like how 2023 was a bad year, just like how 2022 was a very bad year. And I set my expectations low. But holy smokes, I did not think it would happen. I was very shocked, regardless of me setting my expectations low. Okay, because now we have Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, and then we have AMD, Nvidia, Intel. And then now we have other companies. Like, what happened Intel? What happened MSI? What happened Asus? Asus making the headlines for their quality control shenanigans once again. So, like, let's go back to, like, 2023 when Asus got themselves in trouble over their shenanigans. Man. But now, Asus, once again, in trouble for their shenanigans. And boy, I saw the Gamers Nexus report, and I saw the video where Gamers Nexus took it to Asus themselves over at Computex, and I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, it is not pretty. It just was not pretty. But now we have Intel with their 13th and 14th gen processors. And then now we have AMD and having to delay it, and the alleged reasoning, and and going from the alleged reasoning with receipts, I was like, oh boy, this is going to be a disaster. I really hope for the best for the 9000 series, and okay, you know what? I'm actually really confused when it comes to the 9000 series. Releasing the 9000 series. They had to delay the 9000 series real quick. Not too later, not like holiday season-ish, okay? It was just delayed to a little bit later, or something like that, if I remember right. If such was the case. Yeah, I've been paying attention to the tech news stuff. But to be honest, still, we're seeing the 9000 series around the corner, when we just had the 8000 series back at February. I'm just confused. And then I noticed tech tubers point this out when it came to their laptop CPUs, their Ryzen AI HX CPUs. I can see that annoying and frustrating people. And I'm like, dude, what the hell are you thinking? What is going on? It is just crazy, I will go ahead and say. And now Intel's in big trouble with their 13th and 14th gen processors. But no, seriously, let's go back on track and let's just get straight to the point. Now, when I created the filler vacation, I wanted to provide new uploads every Wednesday while giving viewers a break from the usual content, like giving something like cool things from left and right and everybody's having a good time, while at the same time I'm having a good time and I'm buying me all this time to work on videos for my regular scheduling. However, there is a second reason, and that second reason is absolutely the fact that I have been made aware of the events of 2024, and given about how wild things were going on throughout April, I figured it was just going to be for the best, because okay, there were very wild things going on throughout March. Now there's wild things going on throughout April. You know what? How about I just extend the filler vacation by an extra month? So the filler vacation lasted like June and July. Okay, and then we start going towards the regular scheduling. Okay. But, however, yeah, being aware of how insane 2024 has become, I figured it would be for the best that, now, before I get into what I'm about to say, there will be new uploads every Wednesday, but do expect side effects, like some grammar errors, some vocabulary issues, and if I get something wrong, I will point it out in the description, and I will, when given the opportunity, make fun of myself for it, or bring it to light in video format when I work on my next video. Okay, I will go ahead and say that. However, okay, so expect such side effects, okay? There's going to be side effects. Now, on to what I'm about to say. I decided to just deal with 2024 and just be done with it. Just get 2024 done and dealt with. Make room for focusing on 2025 content. And like I said, there will be new uploads every Wednesday. If there's a missing video on the Wednesday, something happened, okay? So, I have the video schedule set up the way that it is, and I'm just going to focus on 2025 content. But do not worry, there will still be news videos, there will still be vertical video content, there will still be stuff going on when it comes to the other stuff that Gamerman's Lounge handle, okay? Don't worry about it, it's just that I wanted to just put more focus on just dealing with 2024 and just getting it done and making room for the year 2025 so I can focus on 2025 content, and I can make 2025 content a little more ambitious, or actually way more ambitious. Pardon. I need a freaking drink. But, yeah. So, I'm working on 2025 videos when it comes to my vertical video long-form content, okay? Now, with that totally said, news videos are still going to happen. Vertical, short-form videos are going to happen, okay? We're still going to get stuff. It's just that I've just been spending time focusing too much on just dealing with the long-form, horizontal content and getting that dealt with throughout 2024, so that way, okay, there's constantly new uploads every Wednesday throughout 2024, and, okay, great. Alright, so, that totally said. And the reason why I go about the way with 2025, 2025 being my focus. 2024 is already about to be the worst year ever. And there's no guaranteeing any miracles, okay? And even if there's miracles, there's no guaranteeing that the miracle is going to make things stand out. Okay? That's going to be the thing. So I basically have all this room for me to put more time and more effort into 2025 content. So that way I can make 2025 bigger for the Gamerman's Lounge. Okay? Because I'm going to be coming up with epic video uploads And what I mean by that is videos that are gonna basically exceed my usual things throughout 2024, okay? When it comes to my 2024 videos, I have more time to do that. I have more time to make 2025 content stand out compared to 2024. So that way, when 2025 becomes just as bad as a year as 2024, at least we have a really, really lit 2025 on the Gamerman's Lounge. Now, when it's time to do the New Year special, I will do the New Year special. When it's time to do the Year Begin conference, I will do the Year Begin conference. Okay, got that part off my chest, now let's get the other. Okay, now 2024, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, I'm not going to deny it. Worst year ever, let's call it up ahead as it is. Okay, not a good start when it came to January. And we were very lucky we had events like Consumer Electronics Show. And here's the thing, we already had like E3 20... Oh, we don't have E3 anymore. No more E3. That's it, no more E3. But we do have Summer Games Fest, and Summer Games Fest was not well received. Okay, there's that. Alright. So, unfortunately, we did have a good start thanks to Consumer Electronics Show. Okay, when it came to January, but my goodness, I will go ahead and say it was not without its shenanigans. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that up ahead. I know that the games are going to be rushed out more, games are going to be made with less effort, and there's going to be predatory microtransaction practices, and there's going to be the excessive censorship regardless of the age rating, and we're going to be seeing that go worse, okay? I knew it was going to get worse than ever, okay? But there's been some behind-the-scenes stuff that has been going on, and boy oh boy, and the fact that there is especially behind-the-scenes stuff that has been going on, it's been going on, some of it has been going on for quite long. Very long than you think. Like, whoo boy. Okay, I had to go ahead and just get myself together real quick. But yeah, no, seriously, there has been some not-so-pleasant behind-the-scenes stuff that has been going on, especially behind-the-scenes stuff that has been happening during the 2010s. Okay, this has been a long time. This is including crazy stuff. The plenty of crazy stuff that has been going on throughout the 2010s. There has been more than one elephant long before 2020. Okay, so that's the thing here, okay? Now, as for the situation with the quality control, now we go back to July, okay? Man, the Intel processors, the 13th and 14th gen, there's the delay with the Ryzen 9000, and the alleged reason, I'm not going to get into detail, but I hope that's not the case. That would be a disaster. Let's not have that happen. No, let's not. It would be crazy if it got out of control. And then there's... oh boy. And then you have the CrowdStrike incident, where there was this cybersecurity platform by CrowdStrike that billions and billions and billions of computers were utilizing, and there was just so many businesses, so many clients, Amazon included. I can pretty much tell. I figured that out when my Amazon package got delayed by an extra day, okay? And they said, hey, due to third-party technology stuff. And I'm like, CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike. Now, what happened here was that there was a disaster update for the cybersecurity platform, and hell broke loose. Computers were crashing, blue screening, put on a boot loop, and there were like billions and billions and billions of computers affected, and it was like causing situations for banks, causing situations for airports, and causing situations for businesses. Even grocery retailers, it was just not pretty, and it was just wild and insane. Now, when that CrowdStrike incident happened on top of the Intel 13th and 14th gen situation, I thought, okay, maybe I was just jumping to conclusions, but things began to dawn on me, okay? Things really just began to dawn on me. We're actually in a quality control crisis. If not, we're 2 seconds away from one. Okay, because now we're looking at hardware, software, video games included. But now we're looking at appliances. Now we're looking at, like, food and drinks. Fiji water. I was shocked when I found out about the Fiji water recalls. I was like, oh my goodness. And then there was situations going on with, like, Fairlight and that brand of milk, and I was like, oh my goodness. And it was just haywire. And then Asus, once again, showing up in the headlines when it came to their quality control shenanigans. Just like what happened in 2023. Now their quality control jazz music is just showing up again, to the point where Gamers Nexus took to the opportunity when it came to Computex to go to Asus personally and start interviewing. And you know it's about to go down when Gamers Nexus is going up to Asus themselves, especially at Computex. And I was like, you just made headlines last year when you're about to release your ROG Ally handheld. What? I was just shocked. And then you have the GPU partners with NVIDIA with the thermal paste situation, using poor quality thermal paste and cheaping out on that, and it's causing situations. And my goodness, it is just haywire. Very haywire. From left and right. And then I have to think about, like, the disaster releases that has been going on. And then all of a sudden, the questionable business decisions, too. Okay, when Deepcool got sanctioned because of their decisions, I was like, Deepcool, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? I was like, my goodness, if it's not quality control, it's let's make questionable business decisions. Let's make wild business decisions that could probably cause trouble, and especially get the company sanctioned. I did not think that people would end up doing that, but here we go. It's a very big shocker. So with that totally said, I can't just sugarcoat it. I can't just deny it. I have to go full on with my theory about the quality control crisis. It's definitely the case. I can't just deny it, because now look what's happening to my air conditioning unit for the living room, and how I'm having to plug in the portable AC unit, and how that's going to be the temp solution. And then, oh my goodness, because it would do good for its first summer, but then the next summer, it did bad, and then it did bad and then died. I'm like, what the hell happened? What happened? I'm like, wow. So, yeah, it is what it is. It is the way that it is. It's just, yeah, that's the thing. This is why I come up with video game recommendations, and with that going down, this is where I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the product recommendation segments already. Okay? The product recommendation segments, where we're going to segue you to... We'll segue you to video game recommendations, but as soon as we get stuff going, we're gonna also segue you to product recommendations. Product recommendations, my bad. Yeah, I just realized I was missing the T when I was pronouncing product. But yeah, product recommendations. So yeah, product recommendations. I'm like, okay, you know what? I have to go ahead and get to work. I need to get to work on those product recommendation segues. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna end up happening too. And yeah, it is just going wild looking at all the things that have been going down. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put something in there real quick. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. Here we go. Have to add the... Yep, here we go. I had to go and add another unpleasant event. And my goodness, 2024 is a crazy year. It is a very crazy bad year. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not deny it. So, you know what? Let's just call it like it is. Man, it's a train wreck. And I will say that. And with that totally said, that's going to do it for this quick channel update. That is all. And I will be looking forward to you in the next video. Peace out. Man, this is just a whole lot to remember from the top of my head, and this is not in a very good way. Not in a very good way. Oh my goodness.